What's so funny? Lessons from Canada's Leacock Medal for Humour Writing. Hi, I'm Dick Bourgeois Doyle, and this week's lesson is How the Basics of Politics Never Change. It's a review of the 1953 Leacock Medal winner, The Battle of Baltinglass by Lawrence Earle. The character and the humour make The Battle of Baltinglass an entertaining story. But I keep my copy of the book handy not as a compelling narrative, but as a manual and technical reference on the people part of politics. Set in rural Ireland in the early 1950s, the story might not at first appear relevant to 21st century politics, powered by Twitter, tipping points, robocalls, and the viral internet. Yet it covers all the bases in the true story of a local campaign that eventually toppled a national government. A mountain village in County Wicklow, Baltinglass remains bucolic and quiet as a community where the people tend to mind their own business until 1950. The appointment of a new sub-postmaster that year shakes things up and launches the story told by the 7th winner of the Leacock Medal. The government grants the post office position to Mike Farrell, a young local with political connections but no post office experience. The villagers might have turned a blind eye to Mick's failings had they not seen his appointment as an injustice to two others, Helen Cook and her elderly Aunt Katie. The job had been in the Cook family for 80 years. Katie had held it officially, but Helen had done the work on her behalf. The people of Baltinglass see Helen as a tiny, shy woman, unmarried, and at 55 years of age, being dependent and vulnerable, and as someone who had done the job to perfection. Sympathy for Helen induces a movement to get her reinstated. The crusade runs over a year before culminating in Mick's resignation and Helen's return to the post office. Meanwhile, a broader debate over political favoritism takes hold in Ireland around the Baltinglass hubbub. It ultimately forces out the responsible politician, a Labour Party Minister of Posts and Telegraphs, James Everett, and then the whole government falls, the inter-party coalition. The author, Larry Earle, a New Brunswick-born photographer and reporter, was working in Britain at the time, and Baltinglass appealed to his sense of humour as well as his journalist side. If you like Tolstoy and dispassionate narrators, Larry Earle's style might sound a bit shaky and over the top at times, but his words always seem aimed at reporting the facts of the story, and he had lots of material to draw on. Newspapers filled their pages with the Battle of Baltinglass and its aftermath. The controversy generated letters to the editor, fiery public hearings, and debates in Parliament, and even a popular song about the battle. Earle not only choreographs all these facts into a story, but also provides a snapshot of the Irish politics of Catholics and Protestants, the village poor and the city rich, and the Republicans against those who deign to associate with the British royal family. The combination makes for a lively read, and like an earlier book written by Larry Earle, it would, in the right hands, make for a good movie. For a one-time political hack like me, the book serves as something else as well. It acts like a happy souvenir of the politics of Legion halls and door-knocking, letters and draft beer. It records as a readable reference all the elements of an election campaign, like a core team as well as committees for collective decisions, rapid response media relations, a demand for justice, titillating David and Goliath narratives, and a determination to focus. All will sound familiar to anyone who's worked at party headquarters or in a well-run local campaign. The book embraces principles that seem as valid now as they were in that Irish mountain town. Today, politics and events around politics move so fast they're hard to understand. But Baltinglass provides a reference and a way to study the chain reaction in slow motion, when real people interacted in what was once real time. Now here's a writing exercise based on the Battle of Baltinglass. Write a short story that tells how a pothole brought down the government of New Brunswick.